Hello viewers, welcome back to my YouTube channel. How you're doing? So they'll be looking at how to cut an elastic short with these 2 years of Ankara fabric. Please, if you are new to this channel, ensure you like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to turn on your notification bell to be the first to get notified when I upload a new video. So we'll go straight to the tutorial of the day. So for this video, this is what I've been needing for my short: my scissors, my tape, my ruler, and the fabric I'm using, and my chalk. So I'll be cutting the front part of my shorts before cutting the back part. So I'll be folding my fabric into two, using the biggest part of my lower bodice plus 2 to 3 inches seam allowance. That's my hip measurement. Just making with 3 inches allowance. That's what you use to fold. Okay, after folding your fabric into two like so, like I said, you use your biggest part of the lower body to measure to fold plus 3 inches seam allowance. After doing that, I'll take my short length, which is total of 19 inches plus seam allowance. The actual short length is 17 inches, so I'll be adding 2 inches extra for my seam allowance. So I'll just mark my starting line here, rule it out. I just want to skip the English mouth. Make my starting line. Then from that line I created, I'll take my short length, 19 inches. This is including the seam allowance. The actual short length is 17 inches. And you minus for your band. In taking your length, you minus for your band. And the band I'm working with is 1.5 inches. So I just place my tape, look at the one line. I'm minusing 1.5 inches to get my short length, which is 19 inches. Okay, I'll just rule that out. Okay, after doing that, I will take my crotch measurement. To get your accurate crotch measurement, your crotch line, that's the length of your crotch, you ask your client or whoever you're making your short for to sit on a flat surface. Then you measure from the starting point of the short to the flat surface. It's very easy. Or you place your tape in between the crotch area and you take the measurement. And what I'm using for this client here is 10 inches. So I'll minus 1.5 inches for my band to get 10 inches. Then 8 inches for my hip line. So I'll rule that line out. You minus your band measurement from all the measurements you are taking. Okay. Like I said, I minus 1.5 inches to get my crotch line and also my hip line and also the short length. So I'm having 4 lines now: my waistline, my hip line, my crotch line, and my short length. So on my waistline now, I will impute my measurement. Like I said earlier on, this is an elastic waist short. So on my waistline now, I will impute my waist measurement, which is 32 inches. Divide by 4 to give me 8 inches. So I'll just put my 8 inches there. So I'll add 2 inches extra for seam allowance. Okay. So on my hip line, I'll also impute my hip measurement, which is 41 inches. Divide by 2 will give me 10 point. Divide by 4, sorry. You divide your waist measurement by 4, your hip measurement by 4. So my hip measurement is 41 inches. Divide by 4 will give me 10.5. I'll also add 2 inches extra to this. So you divide your crotch by 2, not 4. This is my crotch line, and I'll be dividing this by 2 and not 4. Please take note. Okay, so on my crotch line here, I'll impute my round flap measurement. That's your round side, the biggest part of your round side. Mine is 26 inches divided by 2. You give me 13 inches. 13 inches. Here now, we're adding 1 inch instead of 2 inches seam allowance. We're adding 1 inch because you don't want that your short to have that fold along the crotch area. So you don't need excess allowance. Excess allowance causes the fold on the crotch area. So on my short length, the line, I'll take my round leg measurement, which is 18 inches. You also divide this by 2. 18 divided by 2 will give me 9 inches. So I'll also add my seam allowance to it, 1.5. So I'll just connect my lines together. Connect to the from the waist to the crotch like this. Then from the crotch, so I just connected the line like so to my crotch line. Then from this crotch line here, I'll connect to the my short length. That's my round leg measurements. I'll just connect it like so. If you want your short to be free at this part, then you measure it. Whatever you how you depend on how you want it is how you measure it. If you can measure it, loosen it a little bit, measure it freely, and you impute your measurement. So I'll just cut this out now, then place to cut the back part. Okay, I increased the measurement on my round side, the lower part, because I want it to be a little bit free. So instead of using 18 inches, I'll be using 20 inches on this point. That's on my short length. This is like 2 inches above my knee. So that's where I measured. So 20 divided by 2 will give me 10 inches. So I'll add 1.5 inches extra for seam allowance. Then I'll connect. I'm doing this because I want that side to be kind of free. So this short length is 2 inches above my knee. So that is why I want it to be. This is just based on preference. You want yours to be shorter than this, you can use same method to achieve that as well. Whatever way you want it. So cut this out now. Okay, I'll open up this joint area. Okay, so this is what I'm having. This is the front part. I'll use this now to cut the back. So I'll just place it like so. Okay, sorry, I didn't mention that. Before you cut off your front part, ensure you mark for your seam allowance, then you fold this way. You fold the 2 inches for your seam allowance before you cut out the short to give it a nice um shape. If not, you'll be having lesser fabric at the side. Okay, you can see I'm having extra material here. I will trace out my crotch line like so. So this is my crotch line. This is the back part folded into two. So I'll mark 1.5 inches. 1.5 inches here. Then I will also take same 1.5 inches straight down to the waistline. So this is the difference between the elastic short and the zipper short, the one that you use zipper. That's your exact waist measurement. This extra 1.5 inches will allow our elastic to fit in properly, and will allow the your butt to sit in properly too. So along the waistline, I'll add 1.5 inches extra seam allowance. This is because I'm using an elastic band. I'll take same measurement all through my crotch line. So from the waistline, let me cut off my excesses so I can see what I'm doing very well. Okay. So like I said, you can see I have extra space here. So I mark 1.5 inches on my crotch line. This is for the back. Then I take same 1.5 inches all through to my waistline. So I'll just go ahead and trace the waistline so you can see the actual waistline. You can see this is my waistline, and I'm also marking 1.5 inches here. So I'll also go up by 1 inch for the back part along the waistline where I have my crotch, and I'll come down by 1 inch on my front shot. Then I'll connect, just connect in a slanty way like so. I'll cut this out. Okay, so I'll extend my waistline upward. So on my waistline, I also went up by one. So I'll connect it to the back part of my shirt. Make sure it's equal on this point. Just connect like this to meet up with the 1.5 inches we went up with. So this is the back waistline. I just connect it. So I just unfolded the front part like so. Then I'll trace out the length. I'll trace it out and I'll cut the excesses I'm having. So along this side, which is the center front, at this point here, I'll mark 1 inch. That's for the back, 1 inch. Then I'll use my ruler to connect to the crotch. Okay. So this is my drafting. So I just cut the length out, then fold for my seam allowance before cutting the rest part of the shirt. So this is 2 inches. Just ensure it's equal. Okay. And I'll cut. Okay, this is what I'm having. So I'll open up the back part as well. I'll also make it equal at this point. So I'll go ahead and notch my seam allowance. Okay. So this is what I'm having now. So I'll be drafting the pocket now. In doing that, I'll take out the front part of the shirt. Okay. So I'll mark 1.5 inches along the waistline. Then I'll come down by 7 inches for my pocket opening. So I'll connect from this 1.5 inches to the 7 inches. Okay, so I'll cut this out. Okay. Okay, I just cut four of these for my pocket. The length is 7 inches by 11 inches. So I'll just take out two. You can see the shape. Just mark 7 inches, then 11 inches length. So just take out two like this, like so, and I place it underneath my pocket area. Okay, okay. You can see what I did here. This is 1.5 inches. This is exactly 1.5 inches. And this is it. So I'll just cut this out. I'll be using this to turn my pocket. Okay. And I'll also make here equal. So that's for the pocket. I'll use this now, right side facing each other for each side to turn the pocket. So I'll show you guys on how to fix the pocket. Okay, this is what I'll be using for my band. I didn't actually take any length for this, but it's long. I make sure it's very long. By the time I'm done sewing my short, I'll measure around the waistline, then I'll know how to trim off the excesses. This is 4 inches wide, which is more important. 4 inches width. So I'll be folding into two like this. But first of all, we'll be sewing the short first. I'll be starting with the front part. I'll join my crotch using half inch, then fix the pocket before attaching the back part. So I'll go ahead and join the crotch area using half inch from the waistline. That's from this point, from the waistline here, so using half inch. So down to the end of the crotch, you top stitch here, you just stitch here and stop sewing. Then you open it up this way. By then this must be joined together and you fix your pocket. So I'll just join that now and show you guys how I'll be fixing the pocket. I've joined my crotch together using half inch, as you can see. So now I will just open it up this way. This is the front part of the short where I have my pocket, and you bring the part you curved out, where we curved out, same shape with our short. Then right side facing each other, you have to mark the right side of your short. You face it together like this. If you did make mistake and you cut it exactly this way, you notice it's equal. So you just sew using half inch. You repeat same process on the other side. This is my second piece where I curved for my pocket. I'll place it this way, right side facing each other, and I'll also sew using half inch. When you sew this, then you flip it over. I will sew it now and show you guys what next to do. Okay, I've joined it and this is how it's looking. This is how it's looking. So just flip it over to the back like this. You can give it a good press for it to relax well. Then I'll flip the second one also to the back. Okay, I'm just taking my time to explain how to fix a short pocket because of my beginners. Okay, so this is what I'm having. So we'll bring now the other piece we have where we didn't curve. You can see I didn't curve this one. So you just place it underneath it like so. Ensure it's equal at this point. So I'll just place it like this and ensure I'm having an equal piece here. Then I'll sew round using half inch. I'll just sew from this point straight down. I'll just sew it and follow the length. If I have any excesses, I'll trim it like what I'm having here. It's not looking like if it's not equal. I'll just trim that out. I'll just follow the shape and sew it down. I will stop at this point as where my curved piece stopped here. Okay, I think I will have to explain that again. Okay, so this is it. So at this point where I have this opening here, I'll stop sewing there. I'll just top stitch there. Then that will be all for the pocket. You can choose to curve your pockets, that's just based on preference. So this is the back part. So you just place the other side of it where you did not curve, just place it like so. Make sure it's equal. Then you sew using 1/2 inch from one end to the other, then you stop at this point. Okay, I'll just go ahead now and fix the back of my pocket just like I've explained. Then I'll show you what it looks like. Okay. Okay guys, this is how it's looking. My pocket is already fixed and you can see how it is. Like I said earlier on, that's how I did this. I sewed from the waistline area. You can see the thread, how I matched it. Like so, when I got to this point, I top stitched. You won't sew it to this end because if you sew it to this end, that means you are closing up your pocket. By the time you turn it over to the right side, this is what you will have. I would love you guys to try it and see the outcome. You can use this same method for your jumpsuit. Just all you have to do is just to attach the half length to it, and that's all. Okay. So now I will just top stitch on this side. On this side, just top stitch on it here, like so. Then I will top stitch on the upper side. That's this to join the pocket to the main shot. I'll just stitch using 1/2 or 1/4 inches. So that's all about the pocket. I'll repeat same process on the other side of my pocket. Then I will show you guys how I attach the back part to it and fix my band and shaping my short. I fixed post pocket. You can see I still have my 1.5 inches I took out. This is exactly 1.5 inches. So the waist is still same way it was before. So what I'll be doing next is to attach the back and sew. So before attaching the back, I'll also join the back crotch using 1/2 inch. After doing that, I will face it right side facing each other and I will sew both side edge. Then I'll shaping it using 1 inch. When shaping your short, you don't need to use the exact measurements allowance you added because it doesn't need to be that, since it's an elastic short, it doesn't need to be that fitted. Okay, I just shaping it using 1 inch. So what I'll be doing next, before joining the center from that's the crotch area, I'll be folding the the leg of my trouser using, look at, okay, we know, remember we notch where we notch, we just fold it that way, iron, or just fold it that way and iron it neatly. Then either you use your hemming gun or you just match on it, whichever way is fine. Remember we notch for both the front and the back. So first of all, bend the lower parts before joining the crotch together. Then I'll be fixing my band. Okay, this is the hemming gun. So this is the lower part of my short where I notch. I just folded it into two, like so. Then I'll fold and I'll gum with my hemming gum. You can use your, if after gumming, you can also match on it with your machine to make it stay put for a long while, because when you use your hemming gun with time, it wash off. It loosen up when you wash the fabric. So I'll do just that now and show you how I fix my elastic band. Okay, for my band now, I loosen up one side. I still shape it already, one of the sides. Okay, so I attach the band first straight. I start from the wrong side. That's the wrong side of my short. I sewed from the wrong side of my short to the right side, as you can see. See, this is 4 inches. I place it this way on the wrong side, the right side facing the wrong side of the short, and I sew straight to the end. Then I just flipped it over and gave it a good press. So this is what I'm having. Yes, this is the wrong side. Okay, so on the right side now, I'll also start from one end of my shorts. This is the side area. Then I'll bend it in using half inch. I'll just sew it in using half inch. So I'll just bend it in half inches and sew straight down. Then I'll fix my elastic through this opening. Then I'll shaping it up using 1 inch. So for the elastic band, you measure your round waist, then you minus 2 inches from it. You subtract 2 inches from your round waist measurement. So this is the waistline. Giving it a good press. You have to iron it so it can slip very well. Okay, then I'll just fold it in like so. Just use half inch to fold it in. Okay, so this is what it will look like. So I'll sew on it using just sew on it on the edges straight to the end. I'll just iron it straight to the end, then I'll sew on it or top stitch on it, and that will be all. I'll fix the elastic using half inch. I will show you guys the finishing part of the short afterward. Okay guys, I've attached my elastic band here. I actually minused 5 inches from my actual waist measurement. When I minused 2 inches, it was still looking a little bit big, so I used minus 5 inches. I've also folded the lower part. So what I'll be doing now is to join the crotch area together. You ensure the midpoints meets each other. That's both crotch, the front and back, meets each other like this. Then you sew from one end to the other using 1 inch or half inches. You just sew from the leg area, that's this point, to meet with the crotch. You top stitch and you continue sewing to meet the other end. So that's all about the shorts. So thank you so much for watching. Ensure you subscribe to my channel. See you in my next video. Bye. Thank you so much for watching. This is the outcome of my short. This is the pocket. Actually, my mannequin hip is smaller than that of the short. That's why you can see this fold here.